Alita for using my sister's words against her and saying she should feel lucky to F her kids and to have all that time with them. I 32F have been lower contact with my sister, Jade 33F, for almost 3 years now. I have fertility issues and have been unable to conceive naturally or with fertility medication. When Jade was pregnant with her third child, I had ended my time on a fertility medication. At that time, I was upset to be at the end of another option in my fertility journey. Jade sent me a text a couple of days after I finished and bluntly asked me if I was pregnant yet. The text came from nowhere and the tone felt very harsh. But we had been close, so I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. And I told her unfortunately no, but it wasn't the end. She came over to my house later that day and told me she was pregnant again, her third child, and that I should quit making a big deal out of having kids, and just be grateful that I get to spend time with her kids. She said she had been ready to announce her pregnancy the day I had ended my time on the fertility medication. And then Mom goes and asks me about it in the family group chat, which is for the two of us and our parents. I told her I had no idea, and if she had wanted to announce, I wouldn't have blamed her. She said I might not have, but everyone would have thought she was selfish and insensitive. She told me I should just accept I'm meant to be a babysitter, not a mother. She told me to feel lucky for what I had and embrace it, and I could be useful to her more. My husband and I babysat a lot for Jane and her husband. I was also her second birthing partner for her first 2 kids. Because her husband isn't the best in medical situations. It did hurt me to hear Jade talk like that. But I didn't want to think the worst of her, and I asked her if she was okay, if anything was wrong, and she made it so clear that she really didn't care about me, and saw me as a useful tool babysitter instead of a person who had her own stuff going on. She even told me she was glad it had failed because I could give up and focus on her kids. At that point, I pulled way back and were no longer close in any kind of way. Jade was surprised at first, and then she told me I was just selfish and trying to be something that I wasn't meant to be, meaning a mom. My parents were upset with what Jade had said, and they asked her to apologize to me, as she never has. She defended her stance and said I could be of better use. When our parents told her it was so wrong to talk to me like that, she said it's fine, and I was never that great of a babysitter anyway, and they're better off without me. My husband and I are still trying to get me pregnant, but we're also focusing on staying mentally healthy through it all, and I prioritized therapy for a while after the breakdown in my relationship with Jay. A few days ago, Jade texted me and asked me to babysit her for kids. 2 were in school, so I'd need to pick them up after school, and the other 2 I was supposed to have all day. She said she had some kind of doctor's appointment, and our parents said no. I replied with a simple no. She texted back that I needed to do this and she couldn't bring her kids to the hospital with her. I shared my previous response of no and left it there. She told me I needed to fucking step up, and she had to reschedule a few times already because she has the kids so much and she needed to go and couldn't have them with her. Where I might be is I sent a longer reply this time, and I told her she should feel lucky to F her kids and be grateful she has all that time with them, using her own words against her after 3 years. Jade went nuts after that, but I ignored every text and didn't read most of them. But she told me it wasn't the time, and a hospital appointment is a big deal. AITA,